Faber Piano Adventures, Level 5, pages 53 through 55. This song is called Ballade by Johann Vermeuchler. Let's take a listen, then we'll talk about the details. Okay, so in this piece we're dealing with quite a few things that we've already discussed. The right hand, in its accompaniment to what the left hand is doing, is staccatoing pretty much all the way through. So you should be playing very bouncy and light, and that's your tempo. So that's what you need to keep up with. Allegro con brio of 180 to 200. I was basically playing at 180. You can jump it up to 200 if you feel that you're good at 180, but don't try to rush it. This is in the parallel key to E major, so this is in C minor, and that's what that first chord is that we're playing here. I would recommend practicing this part, getting that smooth and legato before we start doing the bouncy parts or the sforzandos that you have to do in the left hand. So make this legato, bounce, bounce, bounce. That's a sforzando, and you need to hold that out. Now there is an eighth rest right before we get back into the repeat. And then this part right here, think of it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we are crescendoing through that. Okay? So there's an eighth rest break in between each of those intervals. And then we're playing staccato all the way down here. You could do it 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, like they wrote, or you could do what I did. So whatever you want to do, as long as you sound smooth when you're doing it. Right at the end of that, we're dropping on pedal, then accents. Make sure you hammer those out. This whole thing's about being dramatic. Anyway, this next part, we're supposed to play quiet and sweetly, still keeping the beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. Concentrate on keeping your beat. You do have pedal throughout this next part, so you're doing 1, 2, 3, lift, and it's after you hit those tones, not before. That part I think is pretty easy, and then at the end it says animato, means with spirit, so this part should be before you go back to the repeat. Make sure you hold this part going into measure 47. This right hand, so hold that before you get to the staccato. And then these, the dotted quarters, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, you could go over there and actually, it says poco rit, so you could actually slow down more. I slowed down a little bit, so I went. You could do a little more. It's up to you. It's all your expression. Then the ending is pretty much repeating. The only part that isn't repeating is the end here, where we're doing that melodic pattern we did in the beginning with both hands together. It's important that you get the diminuendo at the end of, what is that, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, starting in measure 89, or at the end of the second to the last bar, going into 90. So start forte, bring it down to piano, and then these will be piano. And the last one's sforzando, so just lean into it. It's supposed to be dramatic at the end there. Anyway, alright, that pretty much covers, I would say, most of the bases of this one. It's the last song in Book 5, so you should be aware of how to do most of this stuff. And they made it, it's not a super hard song, but you're definitely going to have to practice juggling the different dynamic styles, going from legato to staccato. So be careful on that, and also be careful when you go to page 2, it changes keys. So you're no longer in C minor. It just goes back to C, so be careful. Other than that, good luck, and this concludes Book 5.